Good afternoon. It is Ashley and Amber, and it's Wednesday, 4-ish o'clock. So this must be Weekly Drip. And yes, it is season 5, episode 22. Amber, how the heck are you?
I'm good. Super glad that after we had a crazy humid morning yesterday, that the rain finally came through and it dropped the temperature. And I feel like it's been pretty lovely ever since. And I am a fan. If it could stay like this all summer, that would be totally cool.
Yeah, if it could stay like this all summer, though, we wouldn't live in Texas.
This is also true.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We have plenty of recreation and things to do to keep cool. I know you consume a good amount of social media, just like I do. Have you seen the viral, make a bucket list for your summer video?
No, tell me more.
Oh, God, it's so good. It's a bucket list, but just for summer. And the first I've actually seen one. So I'm Ashley Tullis. I'm a real estate expert here in Dripping Springs. This is Amber Pierce, owner of Coit Cleaning and Restoration. So when your stuff goes really sideways, she can fix it. And if you're like, no, I don't want to be here anymore, I'll just sell it for you. And we'll call it a done deal. So with that, what I'm about to say actually might make some sense. But I have been seeing this video and I'm trying to find the exact photo, but you just make a bucket list. What are you going to do this summer? Are you going to go to the movies? Are you going to go roller skating, bowling, swimming, things like that? So you just make a bucket list. Amy's ice cream is now open, so add that one to your bucket list for sure. Where you have an ice cream this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing a client homes, and I came across one that was out in a home, and it was obvious that, obvious a girl made it. For sure, a girl made it because the handwriting and the stickers, it was so on point. Maybe a boy made it, but I just felt like a girl made it. Anyway, it was so cool. So I thought it would be fun to talk about what's up in Dripping this summer. Kids are about to get out of school. Honestly, they should have been out of school last week, but that's neither here nor there. Mentally, I think they're all done. And then what the heck are we going to do with these little people that are hungry every 5 minutes all summer? I don't know. We got to figure it out.
How do they manage all school year with just having a snack and lunch, and then they come home and they're ready for a snack every 5 minutes?
It's interesting.
It's a phenomenon. I'm very curious about it.
Yeah, it's unlimited. My go-to, this is just a statement. In the summer, I love nothing more than when it's really freaking hot to eat a bunch of Otter Pops. Do you call them Otter Pops? What do you call them?
Otter Pops.
Okay. I've heard they're called other things, and I can't remember what else they're called. It's we call Coke soda or pop here, but in other regions of the US, they're soda or pop, for example, but everything's a Coke, and they're what kind? And it's Dr. Pepper, duh.
I mean, I've heard popsicles, but an Otter Pop's an Otter Pop.
Yeah.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be the Otter Pop brand. If it's just that really cheap popsicle, Kool-Aid basically in a plastic container, you can cut the top, or you can chew it off with your teeth if you need to. Those are all Otter Pops in my brain.
Yes. You can actually take one. This is another secret if you're feeling like you're taking down too many. If you take it and you firmly hold it in the center and you snap, it'll just rip right open, and then you have two.
Boom. One for you and one for a friend.
Exactly. So that's my pro tip from me to you. But I was thinking today we would talk about what's happening in Drip this summer and maybe put together a little bucket list or get the ideas turning so you could kind of create your own. I don't know. Does that sound fun to you?
Absolutely.
So when I think summer, we were just talking about it at the start, I think it's going to be really, really warm outside. So I want to go find bodies of water immediately. And so, of course, there's the natural resources hit list. get on the reservation list for Hamilton Pool immediately. Maybe you've missed it if you're not on it already. Is it even open for swimming, or is that weird bacteria happening and you can't go? I don't know. You'll have to look it up. I didn't do all that research for you. Yeah, TBD. Reimers has the Pedernales flowing right through it. It's a Travis County park, super easy to get into and like hike on down to the water. Pedernales Falls State Park is right down the way too. So there's lots of natural bodies of waters. But what I think is interesting is we've become such a destination for the wedding industry. So you can pick up a pool pass at like all kinds of places and enjoy what they have to offer. So I wrote a few of them down, and I'm looking down to make sure I get this correct. So Camp Lucy has a day pass for $30. Lucky Arrow has a day pass for $30 for adults, $15 for, or $10 for kids, or you can get a cabana for $175. Mystic Sky Ranch, which is off of 165, also does a day pass, but just on June 16th, from what I read, for $50. And there's actually a website for this. It's called resortpass.com. And you can just like put in your area and it will show you all the places you can go to get that day pass.
Okay. That sounds useful.
But I have two more things to offer people. The best deal in town on the day pass market is going to be Founders Pool, you guys. At the most, it'll cost you $6.
Done.
And you can probably bring in your own Otter Pops.
Yes. Yes. Love it. And then you had one more. What was your last one?
Well, this is under the purview of if you know, you know. I love it. Call me and come swim at my pool. If you're watching this means you know us. Or if you've been watching it and you're like, man, I really want to get to know Amber and Ashley, call me. You can come swim at my pool. If you're watching us, you're friends with us. That's just kind of the bottom line.
Yep.
And that's free. And I'll have Otter Pops for sure.
For sure. Another one that I super love is I love Cypress Falls. I know it's not like Dripping Springs. Don't really care. I love it there. I love that there is the shady area and the sunny area. So you can choose if you want to tan or if you want to just sit with your butt in a tube in the shade with a cocktail, which is probably what I'm going to be doing, either a cocktail or we were just there on Monday. We went there Monday because we weren't working on Monday, and the bar was open. The food trucks, you never know if they're going to be open. I still am unclear about how you verify if they're going to be open. I'm pretty sure it's like Russian roulette. You just kind of like throw the dice and see if they're open or not.
Can you bring your own snacks?
You can bring your own snacks. You cannot bring your own alcohol.
That's fair.
They do have the bar there. You can rent tubes. You can rent paddle boards. You can rent boats. You can rent all. I mean, I think there might have other things you can rent. You can also bring your own tubes, and they have a pump to be able to pump up your own tubes if you want to bring your own stuff. And there's like a little clip area, and it's $10 for adults, and I think it's $6 for kiddos. So another super affordable option.
And where is it?
And that is located off of 12. So it is just, gosh, what is that? East of Drip. You go out a little ways, and then there's an old golf course over there, and you like drive through the neighborhood, through the golf course, and it's on the other side. If that's not specific for you, it's Cypress Falls.
I think Ranger and 12 runs like north to south, though.
Never mind. North, south, east, west are not good for me. I don't have to know these things. I just put in my customers' addresses online, and then I follow what Google tells me to go to.
That's fair. That's fair. I wasn't always a real estate agent for a living. I actually do hold a college degree in geography. So I better know the difference between north, south, east, and west, or never eat sour watermelon.
I am the girl that you're like, make a right at the big red barn. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I see landmarks like the golf course. You turn and you go through the golf course.
I dig it. What would you throw on as idea generators on your summer bucket list?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be water. It's just too hot to not have water. Yeah, I feel like the ones that you recommended and Cypress Falls, those are really, really good. Another great thing, especially for kiddos, is there are so many vacation Bible schools in Dripping Springs. And they are usually very affordable. And I
We've got a list.
So the first one, let me see if I can give these to you in date order, because I feel like that would be most helpful. So the first one, conveniently, is being held by First Baptist Church, and that is going to be June 4th through 6th. The second one is going to be Mount Olive, and that is June 10th through 14th. The next one, we got a tie. There's two happening the same weekend. Bannockburn and Dripping Springs Church of Christ are both the 17th through the 19th or 20th. And then lastly, Dripping Springs Methodist Church is July 11th through 13th. So those are all, you can look those up, and most all of them are requiring registration through their individual websites. So you can look those up, see what the price point is. Ooh, I have a question from the front.
From the front. You said the Methodist Church was July 11th through 13th?
Yes.
Okay. I was writing them down. I'm like, ooh, I need to know about these.
I can just screenshot my list and shoot you a picture. But those are the ones that I found. I know that there are more. Those were just the ones that have actually pushed out the date for them, so that it was easy enough to find. I know Friendship Creekside has a good one. I've heard that Valley Springs Church has a good one. I've heard Life Church has a good one. So there's many more than this. These are just the ones that the dates were available currently.
I think that's awesome. I was looking at the city's website, and they don't put a lot of dates on them. So I'm very perplexed as if I'm looking at current info or old info. So I will reconfirm, but it does look like Tween Scene is returning this summer, and skate night is still listed on there. And I'm not a skater. I know, hard to believe, not a skater. But skate night is also listed as being at Ranch Park on Thursdays. And I was like, that is super cool. What I didn't see, but I do know is happening, and I'd love to get more information if anybody has it, and if they could link us to it, that'd be amazing, is there's movies in the pool. Like, I know for sure you can watch Jaws from Founders Pool at some point this summer, but I don't remember this on it.
Oh, I had it pulled up. Hold on.
You did?
I had it pulled up just a second ago. Let me see if I can pull it up again. We need hold music. Please hold. Is that the right music? Is that Jeopardy?
That's Jeopardy music. Honestly, like, what's the answer? That's what would happen if you ran out of time.
Okay, well, of course, now I can't pull it up, but I did have it pulled up. There was a bunch of them. I feel like there was at least 4, if not 5, different movies that they were going to be playing at the Dripping Springs pool.
Yes, which according to the website and what I read, it's always $6 at the most. So I'm going to file that under one of the best darn deals in town.
Absolutely.
Also, Evo has a throwback movie series that's pretty inexpensive. You can catch movies like Back to the Future there, like older flicks, and that's running all summer as well.
I did find it.
You did?
I did. So family night at the pool and movies in the park, Founders Memorial Park Pool. And
Brent, copy paste that and drop it in the chat so we can get it. We can share it.
Copy. I don't know why it won't let me comment.
Oh, are you blocked from commenting?
Am I not important enough?
No, you're very important here. I don't understand.
Here, I can private chat it to you, and then you can post it.
Okay, deal. I don't actually know where private chats go. Oh, yes, I do. Little thing popped up.
So it says A League of Their Own is going to be Friday, May 31st from 8:30 to 11. And Jurassic Park is the 14th. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I don't know that I've ever realized that it was called E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I've always just known it as E.T. period. I mean, it makes sense that that's what E.T. stands for, but I never put that much thought into it. That is playing on the 9th, August 9th. And then Float and Flick, Jaws is July 5th. And then Moana is July 19th. I love Moana.
Oh.
I also love A League of Their Own. I also love Jurassic Park. I also love E.T. I can't say that I love Jaws, but it is definitely, that feels appropriate to be sitting in the water watching.
It feels right, you know?
Feels right.
Do you know there's no crying in baseball? A League of Their Own taught me that.
There's no crying in baseball. Tom Hanks. Oh, goodness. Well, I think that is all that I have on my list today. Did you have anything else, Ashley?
Well, I was looking for the link for like the throwback series at Evo, and the only reason I know about it is I was there watching a movie recently, and it like kind of popped up on the screen, you know. So I wanted to get more info on that because I know it's happening at all of their locations, and I just thought that was super cool. But neither here nor there. We'll just have to Google.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Weekly Drip. I am Amber Pierce. This is Ashley Tullis, and this has been, goodness, season 5, episode 22 on the final days of school. Last week, we got this. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week, Wednesday at 4-ish o'clock.